We attended the Superman world premiere. Timothée Chalamet shaves his head for Dune Part 3. Scarlet Johansson breaks a box office record. The Fantastic Four releases 2 new clips. The Hot Wheels live-action film has got its director. And there's so much more to discuss on this episode of Movie News.
What is up, movie friends? Welcome back to Raiders of the Lost podcast, the ultimate film and TV podcast. And this is our episode where we go through all of the industry news, so you don't have to. We watched the trailers, read all the articles, checked out the movie stills and movie posters. So sit back, relax, and listen to what's going on in the world. We're going to be talking about Disney and Hulu, Eddington, Knives Out, AMC, SpongeBob,
Indiana Jones.
Oh my God, Indiana Jones. Here we go. But let's take it away with our amazing experience at the Superman world premiere in Los Angeles, which was fantastic.
We're already getting a lot of hate because we enjoyed this movie and people don't let us enjoy movies anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I had a great time. This movie I saw again last night at IMAX headquarters. I saw back-to-back nights. It's an incredibly fun time, guys. You're going to have a blast. Action-packed, great comedy, as well as just filling you with so much hope. And I was smiling half the film. The movie ends with you smiling, and there are 2 post-credit scenes, FYI, so check them both out. But this movie debuted, Rotten Tomatoes, 91% critic score. It's tracking to open at a minimum of $200 million domestic at the box office. I mean, worldwide, sorry. So it's going to be the biggest opening weekend for a Superman movie of all time. I loved it, had a blast. I can't wait to talk about it. We're going to do a full episode on Tuesday.
And I have some thoughts on it. Yeah. I did really like it, but I gave it a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and I'll tell you why in our episode. I thought I had a really great time, but I have a couple of things to say about it. But otherwise, it was fantastic.
Also, I just want to refrain from immediately comparing it to Man of Steel.
Yes,
I want to enjoy this movie, guys. Everyone else can do whatever you want, but we keep getting asked, is it better than Man of Steel? They're so different, tonally, aesthetically. I just want to enjoy this movie for what it is. I don't want to immediately compare it. I don't want to take away from all the work that got put into this movie. So I'm stoked for everyone to check it out. Staying on James Gunn for a little bit. He said he checked out the Batman 2 script, and he said it's great.
Simply, it's great.
And
I hope so.
And Matt Reeves was at the premiere. I saw this great meme.
Was he there?
Yeah, there's a photo where it's like Sasquatch walking, and he's like, it's a side profile of him walking. Matt Reeves showed up, took a photo on the carpet, then left. And so someone said he's the new Sasquatch. He didn't answer any questions. He just walked away after taking a photo.
He might have been contractually obligated to show up.
Probably,
at
or
least
just showing support.
Yeah, a little support.
He's probably not. He's probably, hey, I'm in the DC, so let's go hang out. I live in LA.
Let's talk about my least favorite news story of the year. Lucasfilm wasted no time at all and have announced that they're going to be developing a brand new Indiana Jones franchise reboot. This would be apparently a complete reset, starting from scratch, and fans have been polled about who they would like to play Indiana Jones going forward. 2 actors made the top spots from fans. This is fan selection: Chris Evans and Glenn Powell. These are the top choices by people to play the role. This would be a complete overhaul. I personally think that we needed some time to breathe. Let Indy just let us enjoy the old movies. But now it's just, we're going to get the ball rolling. It's just going to be like a never-ending Indiana Jones cycle. I would have liked at least 5 years off, or maybe 10 years off from Indiana Jones movies.
It's a new Batman. He's a new superhero, so I think they're just going to milk the hell out of it. We saw this coming miles away. The last film was probably just their last hurrah, and they wanted to do a spin-off TV show. Mm-hmm. The idea of doing a new Indiana Jones makes me sick, but it is what it is. They're going to do it. I don't know if I'd like Chris Evans in the role. I don't think he fits the character.
I don't think so either.
Glenn Powell, maybe. But at the end of the day, no one's going to be close to what Harrison was. And this show, whatever, or movie, whatever it's going to be, it's not even going to come close to capturing the magic of Harrison and George Lucas and Steven Spielberg creating that magnificent character and story. So it is what it is. We just got to take it on the chin, take it with a grain of salt, and just suck it up, because there's nothing we can do about it.
Suck it up, guys.
Hopefully they get good filmmakers and teams behind it.
Before we continue, guys, this episode, like always, is sponsored by our amazing sponsor, MoviePosters.com, the best place for all of your posters. Use our promo code Raiders10, which will always get you 10% off your order, as well as the affiliate link in the description of our bio to give James and I a little cut of the action. MoviePosters.com for all of your poster needs. Next up, let's talk about Dune Part 3, which is the official title. They're not going with Dune Messiah. They're going with Dune Part 3, which I like. I think Messiah is a word that many people might be turned off by.
I think they're doing it because my theory is they're combining Dune Messiah, the book, and Children of Dune, the second and third books of the film, into one final film. So that's why I think they're going Dune Part 3. Yeah, and also Messiah might be a trigger word for
exactly.
for people today.
I mean, that's what the story's about. And also, Timothy Chalamet has reportedly shaved his head for the film. And now we were talking about this the other day. Maybe this will make him feel aesthetically more like a Harkonnen in terms of losing his humanity by shaving off his hair. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they have in store for this character.
Yeah, not sure if he's going to go bald head. Obviously, we have no images. Well, actually, Denis Villeneuve posted the first photo. It's just of the desert landscape, probably a still from capturing footage that day. Just the red vastness of Arrakis.
Yeah, they're actually filming on Arrakis.
Yeah. But Timmy's walking around with like a bandana tied to his head with a hat on, so he's really hiding his hair. You can see he's got... It's not a bald head, but it's shaved like a crew cut kind of.
It's going to be dreads.
And then it was first reported a couple days ago that this will be the second film ever made after the Odyssey to be completely shot on IMAX film cameras. However, that has been debunked. It's actually going to be shot with a lot of it with IMAX film cameras, but not completely like the Odyssey is, and will be the first and still probably only film for a while to do that.
And again, to clear things up, the Odyssey is the first film to use it for every shot of the movie, IMAX film cameras. Films like Sinners and other Nolan films and even J.J. Abrams films partially shot with IMAX cameras. Odyssey's the first one, 100% only IMAX.
Thanks for clearing that up, Anthony.
Yes, I mean, some people are still confused about it because it's, I think in the marketing it says film for IMAX or film with IMAX film cameras.
Yeah.
Partially is really what those are. That Nolan's doing it for the first time completely, entirely with that camera system.
And I think the everyday moviegoer probably doesn't even realize that many movies are shot with multiple types of cameras, multiple types of formats. They just don't really realize it. Now, let's stay in the Odyssey. We've been talking about the teaser trailer, which you've been able to see ahead of Jurassic World Rebirth, which nothing was reborn in. You've been able to see that before that because they're both Universal distributed and produced films. But now the Odyssey teaser trailer will be playing before screenings of Superman the first time, meaning it will be shown in IMAX theaters because Jurassic World did not get IMAX screenings because F1 took that over. So you only were able to see it in widescreen format, but now you can see the teaser in IMAX formats during screening or before screenings of Superman, which is excited. Also, to stay on that real quick, Cosmo Jarvis, who was originally in the film, attached to act in it, will no longer star in the film due to scheduling conflicts. Logan Marshall Green will be taking over his role from Prometheus, of course.
The next closest looking actor.
He couldn't get Tom Hardy, so he tried to get Cosmo Jarvis, couldn't get Cosmo.
He's like, okay, let me get someone who looks like Cosmo. They look like they could be brothers.
Most recently in Warfare.
That's great. That's so funny. Also, both very talented. Logan Marshall Green, you've seen him in a ton of stuff. Upgrade, Prometheus, very, very good actor. I'm looking forward to seeing this entire cast. If that's like the deep track actors, that's crazy.
Real quick, our movie One Click is premiering in Los Angeles at the LA Shorts International Film Festival on July 21st. That's a Monday. You can get tickets right now. They're on sale. Check out the link in all of our bios on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. We're posting it everywhere. The teaser just dropped. Check out the teaser on Instagram and YouTube. We'd love to see if you're local. Get a ticket. You can come see our specific program, number 33. Can't wait for everyone to see this in person.
Hopefully we get to see you guys there and celebrate the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Now let's talk about some box office records. Theaters aren't dead. They're still kicking.
Still kicking.
So 2025 is now seen 3 major movie box office records broken. First, the biggest 4th of July weekend opening ever with Jurassic World Rebirth. The biggest Memorial Day weekend box office ever with Lilo and Stitch and Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. And then the biggest animated movie ever with Ne Zha 2 out of China. Again, inflation does jump these numbers up, but very, very, very successful weekends. It's really good to see. Theaters are still staying alive. And we got a big summer still ahead of us. We got a lot of big movies. Superman, Fantastic Four, and then I hope one battle after another does well in September, so we'll see.
Yeah, and again, Jurassic World Rebirth, that's like an 8-day opening weekend because they were midnight screenings on Wednesday.
Wednesday midnight screenings all the way through the 4th of July
so
5-day
it's like
weekend.
Pretty long.
It was a 5.5-day weekend.
Pretty long weekend. I don't know if you can still call that a weekend.
5.5 days? We'll give it to them. We'll give it to them.
We'll give it let's talk about the Fantastic Four, which is starting to ramp up even more marketing. I'm sure their junkets will start happening after the Superman release because they obviously don't want to have to compete with all the engagement they're going to be getting. Now, Fantastic Four, they've been marketing like crazy this month, and they just dropped 2 clips. One is a minute long. One is 90 seconds long. The first clip is a full clip of the Sunday dinner scene we keep seeing snippets of. This is where Johnny Storm is teasing Sue Reed Richards for being late for family dinner. He says it 9 times in the clip. You're late. You're late for dinner.
They say it a
You're
lot.
late for dinner. You're late for dinner. We're late. I get it. They're alluding to her being late and being pregnant. But the clip does highlight the rest of the scene of them finding out that Sue's pregnant and celebrating together, which is going to be a key plot point with Franklin being born in the film.
And a lot of that was in the second trailer.
Yeah,
so it's
just
nothing
an
really new.
Extended version, 90 seconds though. And then there's a minute-long clip of Silver Surfer's arrival as the herald of the doom of planet Earth. And it has Julia Garner, Silver Surfer, delivering a chilling speech. She says, "Your planet has been marked for death. Your world will be consumed by the Devourer," obviously referencing Galactus. And it sets a great cosmic, ominous tone for the film. Are they releasing too much stuff for this movie? In my opinion, yes. I get the marketing campaign for superhero movie. I mean, Superman's been marketing a lot too.
Yeah.
I think it's like overexposure to try to get people into the theater is what they're going with.
I think a couple of clips is standard.
Yeah,
it's pretty standard.
No, a couple clips,
Yeah.
but they've already released clips, and they've also released like 18 trailers.
And
for
they
this
released
movie.
the movie on YouTube.
Basically. So I'm just saying, I feel like I've seen the movie already. Honestly,
Well, keep in mind they haven't revealed Galactus's face at all, just his foot, and then
we got some silhouettes.
So
Some
they
silhouettes.
are keeping him a secret. So they gotta get people to go to the theater.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right, let's talk about Scarlett Johansson, who after the release of Jurassic World Rebirth cemented herself as the highest grossing actor in Hollywood history, with her films collectively earning approximately $14.8 billion at the global box office, surpassing the Marvel Cinematic Universe co-star Sam Jackson, who was $14.6 billion, and Downey, $14.3 billion. The milestone was propelled by the success of the new Jurassic Park movie, which earned $323 million globally during its opening weekend. Below is a breakdown. We got a career overview of Johansson. This is just with 36 films she's achieved this as the lead or lead of an ensemble, compared to Jackson, who's been in 71 films, and Downey, who's been in 45 films. Her per film gross average is $405 million, significantly higher than her peers.
Amazing.
Congrats.
That's insane. That's absolutely
Congrats.
insane.
That's wild.
And that even includes, voicing a character in Jungle Book, which is a super popular movie. Sam Jackson had that record for so long, obviously because of Star Wars movies and Avengers movies and superhero movies. So it's pretty crazy. But ScarJo is the queen and the emperor of the box office.
She's the goddess emperor.
Yeah, I think the only person who could possibly dethrone her now would be Downey with multiple Avengers movies upcoming. And maybe if Nick Fury comes back in Avengers movies, then he might take the throne back.
We'll see. The battle for the throne.
Yeah,
but she's doing another Disney movie.
Yeah.
She'll be doing the Tangled. She's in talks to play the mother in the Tangled adaptation.
Cool.
I don't know Tangled at all though.
I don't know either. Linda Hamilton news though. She's been cast in Stranger Things 5. She revealed that she's been filming it all year, and that's really incredible. That means she's going to have a massive, massive role. My guess is maybe if she's not going to be in an action-heavy role, which she's basically become the last 30 years, is maybe part of the science community or a lab. I don't know, like a scientist.
I'd say throw her in some action, man.
Yeah, I mean, she
did great in Terminator Genesis.
I mean, she's been doing action. She's been great for a while.
Yeah, I didn't even know she was in the show. And it's crazy. She's been filming for a full year, just filming.
And they kept it a
That's
secret.
a huge production.
Yeah.
Massive, massive, massive production.
Crazy stuff. All right,
Here we
the
go.
news you've all been waiting for.
Oh my God.
Woo, the live-action Hot Wheels movie is moving forward at Warner Brothers. John Chu has been set to direct the film, obviously from Wicked. The script is being penned by Jewel Taylor and Tony Retmer, who worked on Creed 2 and They Cloned Tyrone. Produced, obviously, by Mattel Studios and Warner Brothers, plus J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot and Choose Electric Somewhere. It's described as an action movie. It will showcase some of the world's hottest and sleekest vehicles. Plot specifics remain undisclosed, but the film intends to honor Hot Wheels' legacy while offering a fresh take. No release date or cast has been announced yet. Context and expectations here. Obviously, Barbie set the stage with toy movies, making $1.4 billion at the box office, plus Wicked being a huge hit with John Chu. But now Mattel is going to expand its toy-based cinematic universe exponentially, and Hot Wheels will be leading the charge alongside other projects like Masters of the Universe.
There better be some loop-de-loops in there, man. I want some loop-de-loops. I hope they honor the legacy of Hot Wheels.
Just get Dom Toretto in there, man. We'll see, man. I think John Chu's a fantastic director.
He's a great director.
And I like
awesome.
Barbie a lot, so we'll see. But, I mean, Barbie worked because it's actually a humanoid character or a person.
Yeah.
Whereas it's cars, so you have to create a character who's the star now, I guess.
But all the characters have to be created.
So if they have original good characters, it could work. I'm sure they got a good idea.
I can't wait for the Slinky movie.
Slinky short film premiering at Cannes Film Festival.
Directed by Martin Scorsese. Slinky Origins.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's talk about a cool trailer. Together, the new horror film starring Dave Franco and Alison Brie debuted a new trailer for Neon, revealing a little bit more of the insane, maniacal footage we're going to be seeing in this body horror film. Looks like a really fun time. Excellent directing. Looking forward to seeing this.
Yeah.
Love Neon.
We also got Tron Ares news from the composers. Now, Trent Reznor teased that, to quote him, "I'll give a few spoilers. There's not 1 second of orchestra in our score. It sounds precise and unpleasant at times. It's not an atonal, punishing score, but we spent a lot of time thinking about the undertones of what's happening in the story. The concept of artificial life infused with feelings and emotions of a sense of questioning their purpose and their replaceability, their lack of soul in some ways." We kind of riffed on that.
What's interesting, they also revealed that Disney asked Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross if they could be credited as Nine Inch Nails. So they didn't want to do that. Disney asked them, could we credit you guys as Nine Inch Nails?
Just love brands, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we call you Coca-Cola?
Which I get. I mean, they did that with Oblivion. The studio asked Anthony Gonzalez to credit himself as M83 instead of himself, even though he did most of that score, because M83 is the brand of the band. So Disney asked the same thing, and they said they were taken aback at first, but then they were like, okay, why don't we just go into Nine Inch Nails mode making this and just do what we used to do with no orchestra at all. So I like that. I think it'll, obviously Disney is like, we're going to be able to sell more records, but I also think their names are very famous now, especially for fans of composers.
I would say their names, Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross, are famous among film fans and cinephiles, not the everyday moviegoer. I think the everyday moviegoer would more recognize Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that's probably why.
Disney, absolutely.
And Disney loves a brand, and it's easier to sell. I think you're right. So I think the corporate overlords know what they're doing in terms of how to market everything best as you can. And yeah, and Nine Inch Nails is just a kick-ass name, and it kind of fits the world of Tron. That name sort of matches in a a
Yeah, when I think of Nine Inch Nails,
well, like electric punk rock, you know,
it's got like they had like a infusion of like grunge rock, hard rock, and electronic.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what they have cooking. I love their music. It's so good.
It's going to be exciting. I'm really looking forward to the music specifically for Tron Ares, but also the aesthetics and the story. And everything.
ILM said they're taking this movie very seriously, and they're considering this the holy grail of CGI and visual effects.
Yeah.
Because of what the original Tron did. So they're putting.
And then what Tron Legacy did. Tron Legacy was a magnificent feat of visual effects.
It was magnificent.
Yeah.
And again, you're pushing the boundaries. Cameron's pushing the boundaries with the Avatar films. ILM, I think they're going to do something really special with this movie.
Yeah, ILM is such an incredible visual effects company, and They've been the top of the line in the business for 4 decades now. They're the best there is, the best there ever was.
Let's talk about Knives Out. No full-length trailer yet, but they did release another image. Josh O'Connor and Daniel Craig sitting in a car talking about something mysterious, I bet.
It's like And, O'Connor's in the back seat. It's almost like a taxi cab situation.
This release is December 12th on Netflix. I love both those actors, so I'm really looking forward to them finally dropping a trailer. I think we're going to get it this summer.
We got a clip of Eddington, and this stars Pedro Pascal and Joaquin Phoenix, obviously. The film follows a small-town sheriff and a mayor standoff during the COVID-19 pandemic. And this clip, it's the shots of them where they're on the sidewalk and they're about to confront each other and have a conversation about how they're basically opposing forces. And I watched the clip and it felt so real and relevant to that time when they're like this kind of organization and this kind of organization have opposing views on what to do and how to control the society and how to manage the virus in your small town or city, whatever it is. Basically a small example of a standoff that I'm sure will have massive versions of that in the film. And it looks pretty damn good. I like this dialogue, really made me feel PTSD, honestly. And then there's also a TikTok profile that has been made for Austin Butler's character, Vernon Jefferson Peak, in Eddington. It's getting crazy amount of traction and views. And I think it's very clever. It reminds me of with Magnolia, Paul Thomas Anderson and Tom Cruise. His character, obviously, he's like that sex marketer. He's trying to make guys like more appealing to women. And
Frank T.J.
Mackey. Now, before they released that movie, PTA and Tom Cruise made real ads for Frank T.J. Mackey that played on TV. With like credit card information and how to like sign up for the courses. And so you'd be watching late night TV and Tom Cruise as Frank T.J. Mackey would come up on your TV late night, like past midnight, an advertisement for the character for the movie. I think this is really clever when movies and studios do this for their films. It's not the first time recently that something like that's been done, but I think it's really clever for TikTok to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the clip and it's great. I think it's very smart marketing. Next up, Disney and Hulu have a big 2025 slate, including new looks this year at Alien Earth, Wonder Man, Chad Powers, King of the Hill, and Percy Jackson and the Olympians Season 2.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I mean, Alien Earth's really the most appealing one of them all for me.
Yeah.
Even though I love Glenn Powell, Chad Powers, I'm like 50-50 on after the trailers. And I've never watched Percy Jackson, the movies or the show. Wonder Man, I'm curious about as well.
Yeah,
but Alien Earth, I'm definitely like very excited about and looking forward to. So that's of all these movies that Disney Hulu's dropping soon. I mean shows. That's my number one.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen, the second is Wonder Man. I don't know anything about that character, which is usually checks out for me.
Yeah,
whenever I hear
a Marvel
about
character.
Oh, okay.
Marvel hero.
All right, Marvel.
So that'd
hero.
be Disney, obviously. But the rest of them, Disney is Percy Jackson, Wonder Man, but Alien Earth, Chad Powers, and King of the Hill are Hulu.
Mm-hmm. All right,
which are owned by it's all Disney at the end of the day. Can you just name it 9 Inch Nails and we'll pitch it like that?
All right, guys. This week's the week. HBO Max is finally returning to HBO Max. The company will officially change its title this upcoming week. So for everyone who missed the name HBO Max, it's finally back this week.
It's officially here. Officially.
Know,
I did miss it. I think that was just like the best name they had in general. But to keep changing and rebranding, I think that's not a super smart move. But let's stay here. Consistent.
They have been posting a lot of great social media clips, like just making fun of themselves.
They're leaning into it.
Yeah,
it's good social media team. Good awareness of like, you know what, they're gonna meme us anyways. We might as well be ahead of the game and part of the game. This is Spinal Tap 2. Rob Reiner revealed the film, and it with a fun clip.
For any fans, it's a great mockumentary, and this actually hasn't been released online. Someone filmed it in a movie theater where it was being presented, and it was posted on TikTok. And Rob Reiner, who also plays a role in the film, he introduced it, and then there's a clip of the band. They're all old as fuck, but they still have like the super long hair, and it's great. And their
so like normal rock bands.
Yeah. And they're in a meeting with their manager, and their manager's like, the best way to get you guys traction again is if maybe one or two of you could actually die on stage. That would really solidify your legacy. It's a great clip, and I think it could be really fun to play around with them being much older.
Let's talk about AMC theaters. They will officially offer 50% off movie tickets on Tuesdays and Wednesdays now. This will be available to those who are part of the AMC Free Stubs rewards program. So there's an AMC Stubs where you pay, where you get 3 passes a week for every month. For
It's 4 now.
4 a week.
Yeah, 4 a week.
Every single week for a monthly payment of like $29, I think. But now, if you have the free AMC Stubs Pass rewards program, you can get 50% off tickets on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I think it's so smart to get more people into your theaters during the midweek, where the rush is always the weekend. But let's go. Let's get people in theaters. Come on.
We got a new trailer for the SpongeBob movie, Search for SquarePants. Fun title. And Mark Hamill is returning voicing the Flying Dutchman. And this hits theaters December 19th.
The voice is great.
Looks like a lot of fun.
The animation's incredible.
Yeah.
You know, I watched it. It looks really, really great. It's like this great blend of somewhere between animation and live action. It's like in the middle. It looks awesome.
Looks like they put a lot of work into it.
It looks silly, looks fun. It has all the great SpongeBob humor of adult humor and kids humor mixed in too. Like he's shitting bricks, but he poops out a brick. He's like, "Oh, my lucky brick!" It's really funny. Keeper. We got our first poster for Osgood Perkins' next film. To quote him, "I don't want to play in your yard. I don't like you anymore." No, what is this a quote from?
It's a quote it's a tagline.
Okay, tagline
from what we
from the
think
movie.
is like a character in the film.
Okay.
And the poster is, I believe, I'm not sure who it is. It's probably Tatiana Maslany,
It is,
who's the
yeah.
lead. And it's like a portrait of her, but her face is all blacked out. It's really interesting. But yeah, read the line.
"I don't want to play in your yard. I don't like you anymore. You'll be sorry when you see me sliding down our cellar door." Cellar
Very
door.
mysterious.
According to Drew Barrymore's character and
Yeah, you're right.
Donnie Darko, the most beautiful phrase, well, she's paraphrasing another writer, in the English language is cellar door.
Cellar door.
Cellar
Or
door.
like you say in Boston, cellar door guy.
Cellar door kid. Or basement door.
Fucking cellar.
Go down to the fucking cellar, kid. It's not great when you say it in a Boston accent.
Not that pretty. All right, we got some really cool physical media releases coming out very soon. The Graduate 4K UHD remaster will be hitting shelves and online markets on September 1st. And then the Karate Kid 4K UHD box set will be hitting shelves August 26th. The Karate Kid box set comes with every Karate Kid movie.
I just need
All
the
of
first
them.
one, honestly.
All of them.
I just need the first one. Can I just get that at a much discounted price?
But yeah, they made there's a really great banner with all of the characters in it. Really nice design. I would absolutely get down on that 4K of The Graduate for sure.
The Devil Wears Prada 2 is filming right now, as we've talked about. Lucy Liu, Justin Theroux, BJ Novak, and Pauline Chalamet have all been cast in the production. So this cast is getting stacked by the day. And Pauline Chalamet, Timothy Chalamet's sister, that's pretty cool. She's been in some TV shows, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow, what is it? Sex Lives of College Girls, I believe she's in that.
James's favorite show.
Huge fan. Lucy Liu, what a legend, and Justin Theroux's great. So really cool.
Justin Theroux he could have a lot of fun. He's a really great comedic actor.
And he's great
very
when he
good.
does like a pompous asshole thing.
Yeah. All right, next up, news about Michael B. Jordan's Thomas Crown Affair. Lily Gladstone and Denai Guerrera have been cast in the film, directed and starring Michael B. This film follows a rich playboy who enjoys stealing art for a hobby but meets his match, and an insurance investigator who quickly fall for each other. This will be the third adaptation of the novel.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him get out of Creed as a director and see what he does with a different kind of story.
Yeah.
You know, I think this looks cool because this a huge opportunity to do some really cool action set pieces and you know, this is going to probably have a huge budget. So I think this is going to be awesome.
I bet it's going to be sexy too.
It'll probably be hot.
I bet it's going to be
I
hot.
bet it's going to be really hot. Slow Horses at Apple TV has been renewed for season 7 at Apple TV Plus. I had no idea that this show is on for that long. Now,
This is apparently a really liked show.
Yeah, because season 5 hasn't come out yet. It's releasing in September. Season 6 is shooting right now, but it's so popular and so loved and such a big performer on the platform that they've already greenlit season 7.
It's an 8.3 on IMDb, and it's about a group of like failed assets in like espionage who are all lumped together as like they're just the worst of the worst, but together they actually solve shit pretty well. And Gary Oldman's the lead. I've watched a trailer for it. I'd never heard of it until a few months ago, and I watched a trailer. I was like, that looks pretty good.
It does. There's just so many shows.
Yeah.
There's so many things to watch.
And there's like 60 episodes. I was like, I don't got time for this.
like I'm Severance on Apple TV Plus, and yeah.
All right, next up, final bit of news. Anne Hathaway and David Lowery news. Mike Lowry. We love David Lowery. Great director.
Because of Bad Boys, we can never just say Lowry.
Mike Lowry.
Mike.
She's acting in his newest film, Mother Mary, and it's revealed that she recorded songs. We all know she's a fantastic singer from her past roles, and she plays a character described as a sort of Gaga Taylor Swift hybrid. So, I mean, I love David Lowery.
So it's like a morphed person.
Yes, if you combine them together with Anne Hathaway. But he's a great filmmaker. He's got so much range. He can really do anything. I'm always lined up for what he's got cooking.
Exciting stuff. So yeah, that was a lot of good news going on. Again, the Superman premiere. Check out our episode on Tuesday. We hope you guys have a great time. You know, there's a lot of people hating on us already for enjoying the movie.
You can't like a movie.
Thinking we got paid for reviews. It's pretty silly. The tweets are ridiculous. The comments are ridiculous. I had a great time. Anthony had a good time. You know, it's a fun film. The Indiana Jones stuff is just kind of depressing. Dune 3 news, Dune Part 3 officially. That's pretty goddamn exciting stuff.
Saves you from having to say that title.
What, Dune Messiah?
You did it. You did it twice. You did a great job.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Great job today.
The Odyssey, get excited about the teaser for that. I can't wait to talk about that more in depth. And when it drops online, we'll do like a little breakdown as well. But excited. July, we're eating good, guys. There's lots of good movies coming out. We got Fantastic Four in a couple of weeks. Weapons is coming out soon, so I can't wait for the rest of the summer to continue. Besides that, make sure to do all of the things. You know, follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, engage with our content, commenting, liking. That's so helpful for us. Commenting on YouTube, subscribing there, 5-star ratings and reviews on Spotify and Apple. Patreon, signing up today at patreon.com/Raiders of the Lost Podcast. Don't forget to get tickets to our movie premiere on July 21st in Los Angeles. Tickets are on sale right now. Get them before they sell out. It's going to be a packed house for sure because other films will be premiering there at the same time. So get tickets before other people buy them up. Links everywhere for that. Easy to find. Watch the teaser trailer on YouTube and Instagram as well, and take care.
See you next time.
This episode of Raiders of the Lost Podcast was executive produced by our chosen one patrons, Nicholas Martin and Jacob Kossler. Thank you so much for the support. Raiders of the Lost Podcast is a mirror image production. Sound mixing done by Jacob Kossler. Opening music by Chase Jackson.